Pair bonding. People bond depending on a number of triggers and reasons. There are as many bonds as possible. Relationships should have strong bonds so that they can last long. When one meets or sees a person he or she likes, a chemical or a hormone known as oxytocin is released from the brain. This triggers liking for someone. It triggers bonding between two people, couples, siblings, parents to children, children to parents, colleagues at work, and social circles, and other types of bonds. Oxytocin is also called the love drug because it is associated with trust, sexual arousal, and relationship building. It is also called the love hormone or chemical. It makes people to bond or pair bond with each other. Oxytocin is also responsible for one, positively social ties, raising children for both men and women, lactating, empathy, attraction, positive mannerisms, positive communication, feeling of safety and happiness when in the presence of a person you like, etc. Two, negatively, it arouses jealousy, suspicion, formation of in groups and out groups. For example, if you meet a person of a rival group or social status or another tribe or ethnic group or somebody from a group that you don't like, it brings a feeling of dislike or hatred. This hatred doubles or increases tremendously. It's because of oxytocin. We need to note that both men and women release this hormone, but women release more of it. To a man, if a woman has a high number of previous relationships, intimate ones, a man detests such a woman and would like to avoid such a woman in or to bring in such a woman in marriage or in a long-term relationship. There's some jealousy in that. For a woman, when they get intimate with many men, they pair bond with them and they keep these memories, and it becomes hard to fully pair bond or commit with one man. This is more so especially if a woman has had a promiscuous past or tendencies like the walls. A man finds it hard to pair bond and trust a woman who've had many children before marriage, or what we call single mothers who've had many children without getting married previously. This is more so especially if the woman is very argumentative, shouting, insulting, guilt-tripping, never wants a man to be right. She wants to be right always and such. A man too finds it hard to pair bond with a woman who likes company of many men. Such a woman is easy to be tricked by men, to sleep with her. She is also vulnerable. She'll start behaving like them. It is hard to pair bond with such a woman. This breaks a man's trust and brings suspicion in the relationship or in the marriage. A woman with the above tendencies finds it hard to pair bond or fully pair bond with a man for a long relationship, especially if the man somehow neglects some of his duties or performs below the expected potential or traits. This accelerates instability in marriage, and the woman can find it hard to stay in that marriage. She may find it easy to cheat. What triggers oxytocin? The presence of another person triggers this hormone to be released. There are 5 major triggers. 1, childbirth. If a woman gives birth to a child, this makes them bond and they need to have the child near her. 2, breastfeeding. 3, sex or sexual intimacy. Number 4, positive physical contact like cuddling, kissing, hugging, holding hands, holding shoulders, etc. 5, social bonding like talking or sharing, making eye contact, laughing, sharing a meal, sharing social activities, etc. When a woman with high body count encounters problems or challenges or misunderstandings in a relationship, her brain triggers her to feel or remember the happy or satisfying moments or past and jumps into sexual relationship outside marriage. She'll have weak systems, social, emotional, or physical systems to keep to the marriage and is very vulnerable. Unless something drastic happens or she fully reforms, the marriage will have many quarrels, disagreements, and low moments. So, what should they do? For a man, he should ensure that before marrying, he should get full information or facts or history or mannerisms of the woman and be careful and play his part well as control or give boundaries to the woman. If he decides to marry such a lady who has high body count or large body count, then he should give or provide an environment of trust so that he can keep the lady. For a woman, she should make sure that she renounces her past, forgets about the past, decides that she will forge ahead and enter into a positive bonding with the man. She should ensure that she embraces positive feminism and become agreeable and positive about her marriage. This idea also explains why men like marrying virgins because they do not have a negative past, they do not have a high body count, and they are likely to stick with them. They are more agreeable, submissive, and can pair bond well. Whoever breaks a woman's virginity forever remains in her mind, heart, or brain. This also explains the reason as to why whores or prostitutes do not pair bond well in marriage or in long-term relationships, because their oxytocin doesn't allow them to pair bond well, because they've had to share that hormone with very many men.